What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. Today, I wanted to talk about the possibility of a silver confiscation, similar to what we saw way back in the day when it comes to a gold confiscation. And I'm talking about this because a subscriber asked a question on whether or not I think it's possible. And we're also going to be talking about and answering a whole list of other questions as well. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos. Get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel in the biggest possible way. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club for giveaways, live streams, deal alerts, and a whole lot more. And of course, go and get your 5 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. This promo ends in 4 days. And if you refer one friend to the app in the next 4 days, they're going to give you 10 free stocks for the referral. And if you refer 3 friends in the next 4 days, they're going to give you a spin on the Webull wheel, which guarantees you 1, possibly all the way up to 10, free shares of Apple. Everything will be linked in the description. So today is Sunday, March 27th, 2022. Believe it or not, as I'm filming this video, it's actually Monday the 21st, 2022, which means I have no idea what the spot price of silver or gold are going to be by the time this video comes out. So head on down to the comments and let me know the date and time you're viewing the video and what the current spot price is for you. I'm always curious. So what we're going to do, being that this video is coming out on Sunday, it's time for the Sunday Q&A. Every Sunday, I gather a whole bunch of questions that were asked during the week. I screenshot them, I hit record, and I answer them in the video. So we're going to get into this week's Q&A in just one moment, but I just wanted to remind everybody that all of the links to all of the silver and gold supplies and all of the prepping supplies that I personally used, I'm not sponsored by a single one of them. I'm just a happy customer. I bought them all with my own currency. I use them. I've used them for years, and I stand by them. And I will be answering a couple questions in this video related to some of those products. So I just wanted to point this out ahead of time. Everything will be linked in the description when it comes to anti-tarnish paper, mint tubes, airtights, coin microscopes, and then when it comes to prepping, water purification units, portable power station, the list goes on. All the Amazon affiliate links will be in the description, and they're all being removed at the end of the month, so you really only have a couple days left to use those links and get some of the products. So don't pass up. Everything is linked in the description, and you only have a couple of days left to do so. So now let's get into the Q&A, and if anybody has any questions for me, and if you want to be featured in next week's Q&A video, head on down to the comments and ask away. So the first question we have is coming from 2 Techs, and the question is, where should I buy from and what brand? Now, right off the bat, I know that sounds really vague. That was a comment that was left on a YouTube Shorts video that I posted a couple of days ago talking about anti-tarnish paper. So that's what the question is. Where should you buy the anti-tarnish paper, and what brand anti-tarnish paper should you get? Now, I don't know what you should get. I can talk about what I have, though. The brand I have is 3M. And if you guys don't know about the anti-tarnish paper, I made a whole video talking about it the other day. Let me just get this out of the way really quick. Like I said before, all of the stacking supplies, all of the prepping supplies, everything that I use and enjoy and stand by, I will leave linked in the description. A bunch of Amazon affiliate links. So if anybody needs anti-tarnish paper, link in the description. So boom, question has been answered. What brand? 3M. Where can you get it? Amazon. Link in the description. Now, for those of you who don't really know a great deal about anti-tarnish paper, this stuff, believe it or not, is actually really effective. I've been using it for probably about 4 years, 3.5 to 4 years, somewhere around that time frame. I've been using it this entire time. Now, of course, a lot of the silver that I have is tarnished, but that's because when I acquired it, it was already tarnished. I acquired tarnished silver. I went and got myself the anti-tarnish paper for silver that I wanted to keep in as pristine condition as possible. So for those of you who don't know how anti-tarnish paper works, It's actually pretty interesting because if you put this stuff in the safe, you can scatter it around the safe, or it's paper. You can stick it inside of a tube full of silver if that's what you want to do. And it absorbs different types of pollutants that are in the air or the atmosphere and prevents it from touching the face of the coin. And it prevents the coin or the round or the bar from tarnishing, toning, discoloring over an extended period of time. Like I said, I've been using it for probably going on 4 years at this point. I'm a big fan. I like it. And funny enough, it's not just for coins. It's not just for silver, just for gold. It's not for the bullion or the precious metals. That's not only what it's used for. Anti-tarnish paper is also used in jewelry stores to protect jewelry. It's used in antique shops to protect the antiques. And funny enough, it's actually used for musical instruments as well. Tubas, trombones, saxophones, and whatnot. Brass instruments, to keep them from toning or discoloring as well. You can even see on this label right here, anti-tarnish paper protects silver, nickel, copper, bronze, brass, gold, and pewter. This stuff is incredible. One of my favorite things about it, look at that, the bottom right corner, made in the USA. Let's go. So once again, if anybody wants to get their hands on some anti-tarnish paper, I'm sure that there are a ton of different brands out there. I go with 3M. I'm a big fan of the brand. I'm a fan of the company. I'm a fan of their other products as well. So I use 3M anti-tarnish paper. You can get these little anti-tarnish paper tabs, or you can also get longer strips of them as well. Protect the face of the coins, the rounds, the bars, absorbs different pollutants that are in the air, prevent it from touching the face of the coin, which causes toning, tarnish, discoloration. And if you need any, I will leave an Amazon affiliate link in the description, and I will be removing all Amazon affiliate links at the end of the month. So get them while you can. Next question we have is coming from, I believe it's pronounced Cyrus Rex. And the question is, I'm kind of confused. Is there a reason to buy eagles or whatever versus a generic round or bar? The money you save from the premium after an extended amount of time would result in more silver buying, or am I missing something here? Good question, and to be honest with you, you hit the nail right on the head. That is exactly how I see it, and that is why I am no longer stacking the Silver Eagle anymore. It is hands down my favorite pure silver 1 troy ounce coin, but I can't justify the premiums. However, there is a difference between stacking Silver Eagles versus generic rounds. For example, there is somewhat of a tax benefit when it comes to the Silver Eagles, because when you go and sell them, tax-free. But a lot of people make cash transactions to begin with. A lot of people hit the local coin shop and they just make cash transactions, whether it be acquiring silver or parting ways with their silver. So that's not something that a lot of people have to worry about in the first place. And most people aren't selling thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of silver at a time. It might just be maybe $100 or so just to get a little bit of cash that they need. But at the end of the day, Silver Eagles always carried a little bit higher of a premium than generic rounds and bars anyway. Rewind a couple of years, the premiums were barely a difference, but they were a little bit higher. And that's because what comes with the Silver Eagle is a higher level of notoriety. They're more recognizable, they're more trusted, respected, and desired and sought after all over the planet. It doesn't matter where you go. People like the Silver Eagle, the American Silver Eagle, more than they like the pure silver 1 troy ounce coin of their country. The Silver Eagle is just an incredibly popular coin, and I would say it's the top dog when it comes to pure silver 1 troy ounce coins. So there are some benefits that go along with the Silver Eagle, but if you're someone like me and you're primarily stacking for weight and you don't really care too much about what the coin is or what the round is or what it has on it or where it's from or really anything, the question I ask myself is it silver? If the answer is yes, I want it. And I want it even more if the premium is low or at the very least fair. I'm personally not all that interested in high premium coins, and unfortunately, The Silver Eagle has become a higher premium coin. It's just very high in demand. And it was just really the go-to coin that everybody flocked to when the crash of 2020 happened, it seemed. So there are some pros and cons. I would say the con right now outweighs the pro. I'm personally not interested in Silver Eagles for the premium right there, and I'm a little bit more interested in, at least when it comes to 3/9 fine pure silver 1 troy ounce pieces. I like generic silver rounds and bars, like the Buffalo, for example. I'm not opposed to Maple Leafs and Philharmonics and other pure silver 1 troy ounce coins that are government minted, but not the Silver Eagle, because they carry a lower premium than the Silver Eagle. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty much all in on 90% right now. I know I have a nice little display right here, but I can't even remember the last time I went and traded my dollars for a pure silver coin, round, or bar. It's been that long. I have no idea what the last pure silver coin or anything I picked up was. I've been all in on 90% junk constitutional silver, and to be honest with you, I plan on keeping it that way. Next question we have is coming from, I believe it's pronounced, Goldchick, asking me, how long do the filters last? Good question. This is in response to the Berkey water purification unit that I have. I made a video talking all about it just a couple of days ago, and I realized after I got done editing the video that I had mentioned absolutely everything except how long the filters on the inside last. So it used to be, I believe it used to be, that they used to say 4,000 gallons, but a lot of people might go through 4,000 gallons a whole lot faster than other people. So now they say 2 to 5 years. That's probably a good rule of thumb to go by. If you're going to be using the Berkey, again, if you want to read about the Berkey, or if you want to check out all of the ratings and the customer reviews, or if you just want to get one for yourself, I will leave an Amazon affiliate link in the description. For the big Berkey water purification unit, the one that I use is a 2.25 gallon system, and on the inside, replaceable filters. But they last 2 to 5 years. And it really comes down to how much water you consume. For example, somebody like me, especially in the summertime, I'll drink a gallon of water a day, sometimes even more than that, gallon and a half, 2 gallons of water on a day-to-day basis. So someone like me, someone that, to be honest with you, doesn't drink anything besides water, I go through a crazy amount of water. And what I used to do before I had the big Berkey was I used to go to the store and I would just buy a bunch of gallon jugs of water. I remember going to the store and I'd have like half of my grocery cart was filled up with a bunch of gallon jugs of water because I would go through them like crazy. Little did I know that consuming water that's been stored in plastic for a very long period of time isn't the greatest thing for your health, especially if the water bottles have been frozen. It kind of like attaches to the plastic, and then as it melts, it takes some of the particles from the plastic with it, and you drink that. Personally, no thank you. So the alternative, tap water, but I live in New Jersey, and tap water here is disgusting. So I needed an alternative. I needed something to do. So I went and got myself a Berkey water purification unit. At the time, it was about $225. A lot of people called me crazy. They're like, are you kidding me? You used to buy a gallon for $1 and used to get a whole bunch of those. Get a whole week's worth of water for $7. You went and dropped $225? And I said, yeah, because if a gallon a day cost me $1 a day, by the time 225 days go by, guess what? I'd already broken even. And I never, for the rest of my life, I don't believe I will ever need to go and buy a case of water, even a bottle of water, or a gallon jug of water ever again. I don't work for Berkey in any way, shape, or form. I know I speak very highly of them. It might sound like I'm sponsored. I guarantee you I am not. I paid for the Berkey with my own currency, and they have never written me a check. They don't even respond to my Instagram messages half the time. But truth be told, hands down, the greatest purchase I have ever made in my life. And I stand by that. I got it about 3 years ago. So now that I think about it, it's probably about time for me to replace the filters. So again, if you want to check out the Berkey or the filters or the fluoride filter add-ons, those are optional. You don't need to get those if you don't want them. Anything Berkey related and anything prepping related, I will leave all of the Amazon affiliate links in the description, and they're all being removed at the end of the month. Get them while you can. Next question we have is coming from, I'm going to go ahead and assume that's pronounced Major Awesome. I'm bad with these names today. But the question is, how old is this video? You said at about 9 minutes that premiums have been going down on junk silver in the last few years. Where have you been buying? Okay, 3 parts. Number 1, how old is the video? I don't remember off the top of my head, but at the beginning of every single video that I post nowadays, I say what the date is as I'm filming, and the video that I posted was posted just last week, so the video is probably about a week and a half old. Second part was that I said that premiums have been going down on junk silver in the last few years. I did not say that. In the video, I talked about how I noticed that premiums on silver in general have dropped down a little bit starting about a year ago. 80% silver could absolutely be a way to go, and it's definitely something I would take into consideration if the premiums on what I'm personally going after for the most part, if the premiums on that starts to get a little bit out of control, which I don't believe is going to be the case, at least not anytime in the near future, because over the last maybe year, give or take, I've noticed that the premiums on almost everything have been coming down a little bit. The premiums on silver got cranked up through the roof starting 2 years ago, March of 2020. It's currently March of 2022. The premiums have only been an issue for 2 years at this point. All of 2020, they were crazy high. In 2021, I started to notice them coming down a little bit, more so on 90% silver than anything else, and that leads to the third part of the question, where have I been buying? I get my silver from the local coin shop a majority of the time. If I'm going to get silver on some website, I'd really rather not do that because I don't like supporting these massive corporations for the most part. I want to support the little guy. I want to support small businesses. I am also a small business, and I am grateful, thankful, and appreciative when people support what I have going on, and I like to return the favor. I like to shop locally when it comes to even like farmers markets and stuff like that. And of course, when it comes to the local coin shop, I think supporting small businesses, I think supporting the local coin shop is the best possible thing you can do. I couldn't even tell you what the premiums are looking like online nowadays. I have no idea. I don't even think I've ordered any silver online this entire year, if I'm going to be honest with you. I get it from the local coin shop almost exclusively. There needs to be some type of special event going on for me to order something. Like if it's something that I'm going to have to pre-order, like the Queen's Beasts of the past, or whenever the next Creatures of the North coin is going to be coming out, I'll make an exception for something like that. And I'll also make an exception for gold because my local coin shop is technically an antique shop. So they don't have a whole lot of coins, but they have a section of the store dedicated to coins. Not a whole lot of gold. Definitely not the gold that I'm looking for. For the most part, pure gold, fractional coins. That's kind of my thing. So I'll make an exception for some gold. I'll make an exception for very rare occasions when it comes to silver. But for the most part, hashtag support the LCS. You don't have to walk around telling people that you support the local coin shop, because then they're going to know that you're stacking silver and gold. So if anybody asks what LCS on your t-shirt or your hoodie stands for, tell them it stands for supporting locally canned soup, and then just walk away. Let them figure it out. If anybody wants to support your LCS t-shirt or hoodie, the DYDSS store has them up for grabs right now. The link will be in the description. So coming around full circle, the video's probably about a week and a half old, and I've been getting my silver from the local coin shop almost exclusively, not 100% of the time, but I try to get it as close to 100% of the time as possible, and I would do it 100% of the time if I could. Support your local coin shop, support small businesses, shop locally, and happy stacking. Next question we have is coming from, man, once again, I don't know how to pronounce this. I think it's Mykie DYDSS 2? No, I'm just kidding. Mykie DYDSS 2 asking me, how many free stocks can we get this month? Great question. Thanks for asking. This month, for those of you who do not know, one of my favorite investing apps has 3 different promos going on right now. And in total, this month, you can get 106 to 115 free stocks. Maybe even more, but I think 106 to 115. So let's break it down. If you're not already on the Webull app, if you download it and fund your account, I'll leave a Webull link in the description, they will give you 5 free random stocks just for doing so. 5 free random stocks right off the bat just for joining. And then if you refer 1 friend by the end of the month, they will give you 10 free stocks for the referral. You can do this 10 times. You can refer 10 people to the app and you'll get 10 free stocks for each of them. So boom, right off the bat, that's an additional 100 free random stocks. So we're already up to 105 free stocks. And if you refer 3 friends by the end of the month, no, that is not 3 more friends. It's 3 of the 10 you already referred. You only got to refer 10, not 13. 3 of those 10 will get you a spin on the Webull wheel, which is going to give you a guaranteed free share of Apple with the chance of potentially winning 2, 3, 5, 7, maybe even 10 free shares of Apple. So let's add all those up. 5 free stocks just for joining, 100 free stocks for referring 10 friends, and 1, potentially 10 free shares of Apple when it comes to that spin wheel. So you add all those up, that's 106 to 115. And by the way, I think you can get more, because if you refer more friends to the app, you're definitely not going to be getting 10 free stocks beyond 10 people. I think you're going to be getting 2 free stocks for every friend past 10, if that makes sense. So you could potentially get maybe even an unlimited amount of stocks, but I know for a fact you can get 106 to 115 this month because of the 3 promos that they have going on right now. Again, Webull link in the description. Time is running out. You really only have a couple of days left to do this, and it's really easy. Just click that little invite button, send it to a couple people that you know, bing, bang, boom. That's it. And by the way, worst case scenario, let's just say all of those stocks, besides the free share of Apple, let's just call them all $3. They're not all going to be $3. They could be $25, they could be $50, they could be all over the place. But let's just call them $3. $3 for all of those free random stocks plus a free share of Apple worth around $160 right now. You add all that's up, that's $475. You want to know what $475 worth of stocks is? For those of you who don't like stocks, something to sell. That's $475 cash that you can do whatever you want with, which means you can go and get yourself 15, maybe even up to 20 ounces of silver with $475. Or you can go and get yourself almost a quarter of an ounce of gold. You're going to have to throw in a little bit of cash on your own because a quarter of an ounce of gold is like $520 or something like that. But point being is if you don't want the stocks, go and get them anyway. Sell them. Congratulations. Now you have the cash to go get you some silver and gold if you want. Go get your free up to 106 to 115 free stocks. Webull link in the description. The next question we have is actually the final question of the night. It's coming from Nuclear Power Bear, interesting name. Question is, should someone be concerned about privacy and tracking by Big Brother avoiding precious metals online? Is cash at the local coin shop the safest way? Will there ever be a gold confiscation again? Okay, so another 3-part question. Good question. Let's go by one at a time. Should someone be concerned about privacy and tracking when it comes to ordering silver off of the internet? It's a valid concern, but to be honest with you, I personally don't think there's anything to be worried about. And the reason I say that is because we're the little guys. I truly wholeheartedly don't think the government cares in any way, shape, or form what we have or what we're doing. When it comes to the silver, when it comes to the gold, how much do we really have? A little handful, a small pile, maybe 100 or a couple hundred ounces, maybe 1,000 troy ounces of silver. Most people probably less than that. We are so insignificant in quote unquote Big Brother's eyes, I don't think it really matters. If they're going to go after someone, they're probably going to go after somebody that has like millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of something, but that's just my opinion. I don't think buying silver online is anything to be overly concerned about when it comes to privacy and tracking. But like I said before, support the local coin shop. They need your business more than the internet does. The next part is cash at the local coin shop the safest way? I would say, yeah, absolutely. Again, I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with ordering silver online when it comes to what you're talking about. I would say the main issue I have with ordering silver online is just me simply not wanting to support these massive corporations and rather supporting a small business instead. But if we're going to be talking about safety, yeah, let's be honest. If you stop by the local coin shop with some cash, you don't have to worry about something getting lost in the mail. You don't have to worry about somebody stealing a package off of the porch. You don't have to worry about some weird entity or the bank or the government, if you want to go down that rabbit hole, looking at your credit card statements and seeing what you're buying. You don't have to worry about all of that if you're just making a quick and easy, simple little cash transaction at the local coin shop. So yeah, even though I don't think it's anything to really be concerned about, it's definitely safer to make a cash transaction. But at the same time, you're not going to have that proof of purchase. Some people prefer the proof of purchase because they consider that to be safer than a cash transaction. So it really comes down to personal preference. But when it comes to privacy, yeah, I would say it's definitely more private. And then the last part is, will there ever be a gold confiscation again? If I had to guess, if I had to assume, I would say absolutely not, and I would be willing to bet the stack on it. I don't think there's going to be another gold confiscation, and that's because the first gold confiscation wasn't even really much of a confiscation. It was an executive order put out pretty much requesting for people to turn in their gold so that the government could bail themselves out of the hole that they dug themselves into. Nobody really did any door knocking. Nobody kicked down any door saying, hey, give me your gold. And if you want to really put into perspective, how many people have gold nowadays? I would say probably almost everyone. Or at least half the people out there. Because guess what? It's not just gold coins. It's not just gold rounds. It's not just gold bars. What about the gold necklaces, the gold chains, the gold watches, the gold earrings, the gold jewelry, the gold everything? What about all of that? If you're going to be knocking on somebody's door being like, hey, I heard you have 2 little gold bars in here, give me them. You're going to have to knock on every single one of the neighbors' doors and say, hey, give me all of your earrings, give me all of your bracelets, give me all of your everything. I don't believe that's going to happen. I don't believe that this government has the resources, the time, the money to do any of that. So I don't believe there's going to be a gold confiscation. The one that was set in place years and years and years and years and years ago wasn't even really much of a gold confiscation. It was more of a request, hey, turn in your gold. And if anybody wants some details on the quote-unquote gold confiscation, I made a whole video a couple months back. I don't remember exactly how long ago it was, but it was a video titled The Gold Confiscation, where I went into pretty much deep diving into the research, and I made this whole video talking about the whole process, talking about that confiscation, the executive order, talking about how we came off of the gold standard and how it was originally supposed to be temporary, or how we were supposed to go back on and we never did. So if you want to know more details, you should go and check out that video. But I've gotten comments in the past from people saying or insinuating that what's coming next is a silver confiscation. Very similar to what I just said about gold. I don't align with that way of thinking in any way, shape, or form. I don't think anybody's coming for your silver. I don't think anybody's coming for your gold. And if somebody is coming for your silver, coming for your gold, I don't believe it's going to be the government. I think the government has bigger fish to fry at this point. And I think, now that we're in 2022, I think for the most part, we've kind of moved on from that. I don't think they're worried about that anymore. I think they're worried about some other things. I think they're worried about cracking down on what some people like to falsely refer to as digital gold. It's not digital gold. I'm not saying it's insignificant. I'm not saying it's pointless, but it's definitely not gold. the digital currencies and the cryptos and whatnot, where if that's what people are into, that's perfectly fine. There's nothing inherently wrong with that. But as we have been able to see time and time again over the last couple of years, the government is trying to get as close as they can to cracking down to the best of their ability. And it even says in the most recent executive order, speaking of executive orders cracking down on different things that you're putting your cash into, the latest executive order flat out says that the reason they're doing this is because they want to increase revenue from the cryptos. They want to raise taxes on it, and they want to classify it as something else. Right now, it's not really classified as a security, so it's not treated the way stocks are treated. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to change. I'm pretty sure that's what the shift is going to be. I believe that the SEC is going to get involved in cryptos. I believe it's going to be reclassified as a security, and I believe that taxes are going to be going up on the digital currencies. Again, not hating on the digital currencies, but I think the government has bigger fish to fry right now, and there's a lot of people who have done a lot of crazy and illegal things when it comes to the cryptos. So they're trying to regulate it to the best of their ability to really prevent stuff like that from continuing to happen, and also raking in a whole bunch of tax dollars. But those are just some of my thoughts. I do not believe there's going to be a silver confiscation. I don't believe there's going to be a gold confiscation. I don't believe there's going to be a crypto confiscation either, by the way. I just think taxes are going to be going up. But I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. When it comes to any question that I answered in the video, if you'd like to extend on any of my answers, if you'd like to add on or build onto my response, feel free to do so in the comments. And of course, if you have any questions for me, if you'd like to be featured in next week's Q&A video, head on down to the comments and ask away. Really anything silver related, gold related, anything stacking related, prepping related, anything that makes sense for the channel, head on down to the comments and ask away. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Go and get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel in the biggest possible way. We got t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, coffee mugs in a bunch of different designs. And a lot of the products are raising some funds and awareness for different charity organizations. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club, which is where I do giveaways every single month, live streams multiple times a week, deal alerts on silver and gold almost every single day. You can watch all of my videos early and commercial free, and every Saturday morning I post a brand new adventure vlog, and there are a ton of other perks as well, by the way. I guarantee you the value exceeds the cost. VIP Club link in the description. And of course, last but certainly not least, go and get your 5 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. They're going to give you 5 free random stocks just for doing so. Normally it's 2. They bumped it up to 5 for the next couple of days, so capitalize on that while you can. If you refer 1 friend to the app by the end of the month, they're going to give you 10 free random stocks. For each referral, up to 10 friends. Very simple. Just click the invite button, send it to 10 people that you know, bing, bang, boom. There you go. And for 3 friends being referred by the end of the month, they will give you a spin on the Webull wheel, which guarantees you at least 1 free share of Apple, with the chance of also winning 2, 3, 5, 7, maybe even 10 free shares of Apple, each worth about $160 right now. Don't pass up on an opportunity. You have the chance of getting 106 to 115 free stocks by the end of the month. Webull link in the description. Time is running out. Again, if you don't want the stocks, go and get them anyway. Sell them. Congratulations. Now you have the currency to go get you some silver and gold if you want. Webull link in the description. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know once again, what are your thoughts on everything shared in today's video? All of the questions that were asked. How would you respond? How would you answer some of the questions that were asked in today's video? If there's anything that I said in the video that you want to extend on, or if you want to add to, you're more than welcome to do so down in the comments. And of course, if you want to be featured in next week's Q&A video, if you have any questions for me, related to silver, related to gold, related to prepping, related to anything that would make sense for the channel, head on down to the comments and ask away. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.